Beautiful people, beautiful people, beautiful people. Hey, beautiful people, what's going on? Yes, I have the red on today. I'm going to try to have red on throughout the month of February because it is Heart Health Month, okay? So, support us in our fight against heart disease. And a reminder, if you've never seen my video, I have congestive heart failure and I have a defibrillator. But God has truly blessed me and I am doing wonderful. You know, very awesome. So, without further ado, y'all see my little background back here, and yes, y'all know what time it is, right? Got War and Peace, got power, got pain and joy. I got that hustle, that ambition flow. What else I got? Inside my DNA. So yeah, I did this about 3 or 4 years ago, and as you can see, Cameroon, Congo, and Southern Bantu is the highest percentage, and that's 41%. So I'm also doing my ancestry, my tree. So I'm having fun with that. But anyway, without further ado, this is a very, very special video because this video I am dedicating to all of the dads, the daddies, the papas, the poppies. This video is dedicated to you. And I'm making this video because I miss my dad terribly. But for all of those out there whose dad has passed away, or whose dad is no longer in their life for whatever reason, I hope that you anyway, I'm with all the dads. I just hope that you can relate, you know, and because I miss him so much, I just, you know, want to do a video, and I'm going to tell you the significance behind some of the things that I have here, you know, why I did this video like this. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I have, and if it's okay, I'm going to go ahead and have a little chat with you, if it's okay. Alright. So, you know, I have my little Korean barbecue grill here, and I have some Swiss Colony snacks. They have beef, sausage, and turkey. So that's what I have here, the beef and turkey. I thought I would cut things up so I wouldn't have to be doing all that on camera. And then they also have cheddar cheese. And the sausages I've cut. This is the turkey, and then of course they have the beef. And it smells really, you know, it's very nice aroma. And I have some cherry tomatoes on my platter here, and some sweet peppers. And I've never had goat cheese before, so I decided to put some goat cheese, stuffing with goat cheese, and then maybe put a cherry tomato inside. And so I have that. I have some pineapples. I have some shrimp with some pineapples. I even have it on a skewer. And of course, my cherry tomatoes, they're really good because it with the burst of flavor. And I've also done this with ASMR's candy cherry tomatoes. They're really good. So with that, oh, and some Napa cabbage. Not Napa cabbage, Chinese cabbage. Okay. And I'm going to do a little wrap, and I'll show you that. And of course, my cucumber water. And you know what time it is. You know, Dasani is never ever far behind. You know, always up on me. What I want to say, this is my dad. My dad. And, you know, I have to tell you all, I miss my dad so much. Till it's funny, and I'll say this. May 27. Before I get into that, let me go ahead and and get some things on my plate. Say my grace. Because I didn't say it out there. No, I don't think I said it. And I want to tell you the significance behind me doing this. And you know, this video is about, you know, not only me missing my dad personally, but why girls need their dads. Why do girls need their dads? You know? But let me do a let me say my grace and then I'm gonna do a thumbnail. Amen. God has been so good to me. Now, it just smells so good. Everything that smells so fresh is so good. So, but anyway, let me start first by telling you about the Swiss colony. The reason I chose the Swiss colony to do a mukbang with is because when my dad was alive, he would, I would say, he started like a tradition some years ago that he would send me a box of the very huge one with the candies, everything in it, Swiss colony. So he would send that to me on a daily, I mean not daily basis, but right before the holidays. So either Thanksgiving or Christmas, you know, I'll have it during that time. And what my daughters and I would do was I would set out a spread in front of the fireplace and we would sit on the floor. And so that would be our ritual. After my dad passed away, my daughter, they gave me, you know, they gave it to me for a year, you know, they took the place. That first year, you know, it was like, you know, they had sent me Swiss colony. But what I did is, just this past holidays, I decided to go ahead and do my own thing where, as far as purchasing my own Swiss colony so that I would have it right before New Year's Eve. Not New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve. And Christmas Eve, I can have that as a snack and stuff. So anyway, that's the story with that. So I'm going to keep that tradition going. And I'm sorry, y'all, I haven't, all that talking, I haven't started eating yet. But anyway, here we go. This is my little tray. I don't want to tilt it too much, but I hope you guys can see it. And I'm going to bring it up here just to do a thumbnail. Let me see. Okay, that should do it. So, it is the weather is very, very nasty outside, so that's why I chose to stay in. You all know with this pan that you have to keep the water in this little pan on this grill here. You have to keep the water in there so that your food will not burn. But this right here, y'all, let's see. I should have took the skin off of that sausage, but I can take it off now. There we go. No harm, no foul. And this is the cheddar cheese and the sausage. Excuse me for that smack, y'all. I love roasted tomatoes. Or grilled tomatoes, you know, and vegetables and stuff because the natural juices will come out. But you all just let me eat for a few seconds, and then I want to share something with you. And these shrimp, they were frozen, so I made sure that I just put them in the oven for a few minutes, and then put them on the skewer with the pineapples. And I guess I can talk and eat at the same time. Roasted pineapples. I bet that's gonna be good too. But you know, May 27, 2001, it changed my life forever, you all. When I say that it changed my life, it changed my life forever, even how I move, you know. How I move in this world. And the reason that it changed is because I no longer had the one person in my life, who had taught me the main ingredient or the main lesson in life. Can y'all guess what it is? Unconditional love. So you know what? This video is dedicated to all the great dads, daddies, papas. This is dedicated to you and all that you do. I just want to talk about, what I'm going to do is talk about my dad a little bit. And I'm sure, you know, for those of you whose dad is no longer in their life, my condolences to you. And I truly understand. I've lost my brother, my oldest brother. And I lost my dad. I lost my dad first. Like I said, May 27th. So, you know, that is Memorial Day. So, anyway, you know, the day that I lost my dad, I was on the plane on my way to him. And being that intuitive person that I am, I was on the plane actually writing my dad a letter, but almost like a eulogy, you know. And in the midst of doing that, there was a passenger, this lady, I never forget. I was so emotional and stuff that she said, "Do you have a heart condition?" I was like, "No, just trying to get home to see my dad." But while I was in the air, he had talked to my youngest daughter and just told her, you know, let her know that her dad could not, you know, her dad had to leave. But that was a Saturday. And I got to the airport. After the airport, I got to the hospital and everything. I went straight from the airport to the hospital. I had my youngest brother take me there straight away. So I go to the hospital and I made it. God, I just thank God that I made it. I made it in time. And like I said, that was a Saturday. So in my dad's hospital room, I began, just talking to him, and I had asked him if he wanted me to read to him. He said no. Then less than 5 minutes later, he says, Job 4 and 5. That's what I want you to read. That's what he wanted me to read to him. So I read Job 4 and 5 to my dad. And I tell you, it's been all these years, and I try to understand. I try to read it and understand. And at one point I couldn't, but now I do. But before I got there, my dad's pastor had visited him. My dad's pastor and my dad's sister had visited him in the hospital. Well, they got to the elevators. They was getting off the elevators, and all they could hear is someone singing. "I'll Go," that gospel song. Excuse me, "I'll Go" by Ron Winans. And he said, okay. They thought it was a recording, but it was my dad in there singing "I'll Go." And that was one of his songs that he loved. The other one was "I Know I've Been Changed." And as a matter of fact, "I Know I've Been Changed" by LaShawn Pace. Her daughter was on YouTube, is on YouTube singing her song in the car. And I tell you, this young lady, she sings exactly like her mom. She does the riffs and everything. It's just fantastic. But anyway, I just want to share some things with you about my dad. Or me and my dad's relationship. Just, some childhood memories. You all, as I said, I have this Napa cabbage. I keep saying Napa. This Chinese cabbage. And I'm going to put some rice in there and some meat and vegetables in there. But this is, like I said, this is the rice that I have, that I use. And this is the brown one. But I usually find it in the Japanese store. But you only put it in for 1 minute and 30 seconds in the microwave. And so you have some rice. So what I did was I pre-made the rice. So I pre-made the rice. And I'm going to put some in my cabbage along with some veggies. Let me move the, yeah, this is beautiful. This will be fine. This will be fine. I want to thank you all while I'm doing this. I want to thank you all for supporting me. I really do. Thank you all for supporting me. Because I'm going to tell you, without you, I will get no views. So, I thank you. And there are no complaints here. I thank you, thank you, thank you. Each and every one of you, I do. This smells so good. I love the green onions. And let's put a put this tomato in here. Nah, it ain't work. But yeah, so you know, when I was younger, my dad used to sing. How many of y'all's dads used to sing gospel songs to me? My dad would sing gospel songs to me because from what he told me, when he was a teenager, he was in a quartet. So, and he had, what, bass? I guess you would say his voice, it would be bass. And, but so many childhood memories, you know, why do girls need their dads or daddies? So that they can sing to them. No, but also another thing is another reason that my dad has been with me. Him and his sister, my favorite aunt, my Aunt Z, she has passed on too. But my dad has been with me through every major part of my life. And don't get me wrong, I don't want you to think that this is a depressive video. It's not a depressive video. It's a video just paying homage to not just my dad, but you know, people out there whose dads are phenomenal as well. So this is not a sad or depressing video or subject, you know. Let me get this together. But yeah, he's done that. I remember as a child, because I still do love to read, love to write. Y'all know I'm a storyteller. And if you watch one of my last videos, you will see that I advertised my book. It's on Amazon, called A Taste for You by Jazz, J-A-Z-Z. Y'all should go check that out. Valentine's Day is coming up too. That's gonna be awesome. Trust and believe. I wouldn't steer you wrong. So anyway, yeah, I can always put a sausage up in there. So anyway, yeah, and he would read. I remember sitting on the steps while, you know, reading to my dad, and it's not a problem. He has such patience. I used to always say he had the patience of Job. And he didn't speak much, but I used to also call him Eb Hutton sometimes, because when he did speak, you would listen, because he's going to say something worth talking about. You know, he's gonna smack you with some wisdom, and it could be 2 words. You know, and he was loved by so many people. I remember there was standing room at that church, and but my dad loved me unconditionally. And if you are ever able to experience that on this earth, to just even if it's just one time, but to be loved, but not only to be loved, but to be loved unconditionally. Because, you know, I wasn't a bad kid at all. I was very quiet and a loner. And I will tell you, you know, my dad, when I say that he's been with me through every major part of my life, before he passed away, is as a teen mom, he's been there. He was there. He was there when I had my daughter at 15 years old. He was there. He was there in the waiting room. That's what I mean. He was there. He was right there. You know, back then, you would be in the waiting room, because that was years ago. So, you would be in the waiting room. You couldn't go into the labor or delivery room, you know. Back then, they also put you to sleep. You had a choice of being put to sleep. So, yeah, so being a teen mom. And I remember that he told me, if you can call it a regret, what he regretted was, he regretted that he did not bring me up in the church. Because he was a deacon in the church. But he was not always a deacon. he wasn't all but he was at his time of passing in Gary, Indiana. And I wanted to, and so I wanted to share it. I wish I could have shared it with him. He didn't bring us up in the church, and that's okay, because Daddy, I did get baptized. I got baptized in July of, no, was it July? No, it wasn't July. Oh my goodness. I think it was July, but anyway, 2018. June or July 2018. So that's my pastor, Pastor William C. Jones, and First Lady Sonia Jones at Marshall Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, where we are reaching sinners, teaching saints, and making disciples. You all should come and join us sometime. We are also on Facebook. But anyway, I'm not doing advertising, but that it is my church. But I wanted to, I always tell them, well, I did tell them, in heaven, your baby did get baptized. So, and I know that he would be tickled pink. But like I said, he was with me through everything. And the evening that he died, like I said, I read Job 4 and 5 to him. And so later on that evening, I also felt when he passed, because we went to Olive Garden that evening after I left the hospital, because I had eaten. And when we went there, as soon as I got my food and I started to eat, I told my brother, oh, I had chest pain. My chest was just, but it wasn't like it was just a hurt pain. I don't know how to explain it, but I told my brother that, and come to find out, that was around the time that my dad was transitioning. So, but again, to all the great dads, daddies, poppies, papas, to all of you all, my hats are off to you. My hat is off to you. Y'all look for my my candy strawberry ASMR. I want to eat that. I don't want to put that in there. I want to put a shrimp. But I gotta tell y'all something funny though. You know, my dad at his funeral, like I said, one of his other songs is "I Know I've Been Changed." Well, my Uncle Willie, God rest his soul, he since passed on. He was almost 90 years old. But that's my mother's brother. He stood up. Well, actually, first, maybe the night before, I got word that he wanted to sing. Uncle Willie wanted to sing at my daddy's funeral. He said he was going to sing at my daddy's funeral. So when I got that word, I started calling around, to my cousins, to my mom. I'm trying to ask, hey, people that know him, I'm trying to ask if he can sing. And what they say, I don't know. So while they were Scooby-Dooing on me, not saying that they don't know and stuff, funeral. Fast forward to the funeral, my daddy's funeral. First of all, my girl cousin, she says, ooh, if Uncle Willie get up there and messed up, I said, you better not, I said, one thing, you better not laugh at my daddy's funeral. She said, oh, Uncle got a sense of humor. He'll understand, which is true. And so, some poison. And so I said, I told her she better not laugh if he can't sing and stuff like that, right? Well, needless to say, you all, I was truly, truly in mourning. But needless to say, my Uncle Willie got up there. He stood up out in the congregation, and he said who he was, and he said, and I am family. And he just started to sing, there will be peace in the valley. Y'all, do y'all know how long there will be peace in the valley is? Do you know how long that song is? Now let me see if I can imitate Uncle William. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Just give me a moment. Uncle Willie said, there will be peace in our valley. Like I said, the song is very long. So, just when you thought that he was finished, because I had to come out of mourning for a second. I had to raise up off my aunt's shoulder and look and just be like, oh, okay, well. He loved my dad, so I can't say nothing. But Uncle Willie said there would be peace in the valley, and he kept going on, and he sung all the verses. But there was another pastor from another church who sang Daddy's one of his favorites, which was I Know I've Been Changed. And like I said, go check out LaShawn Pace's daughter. She's in the car singing it. I Know I've Been Changed. But I absolutely love, 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 love that song. Yeah, I know I'm not too much of a bread eater. So. But when I say I have so many special so many memories of my dad, I do, and I'm so happy that I do. I remember I had to be about, I want to say about 9 or 10. And I was talking to my dad, and I told my dad, I said, you know what? I didn't say, you know what? I said, Daddy, I said, I don't want to grow old. Because he said, you don't? Why? I said, because you have a person to have all them. I'll be all wrinkled up and stuff, That's the only thing I was worried about was the wrinkles. Oh, my face would be all wrinkled up. Dang, ain't that something? I'm going to tell you. You know what my daddy said? My daddy said, when I said I didn't want to grow old because I didn't want to be all wrinkled up and all that kind of stuff, he said, well, you don't want to live then, do you, baby? As y'all can see, ooh, let me get this. As y'all can see, I remember that to this day. My daddy was very wise. Very wise. And all ages loved him. Yes. And he loved the Lord, but before he loved, well, I'm sure he probably still loved the Lord at that time, but before he got back in the church, you know, I'm gonna tell you, I can't even listen to Luther Vandross, Dance with My Father, or Love Train. I can't even listen to that without crying. I just cannot. I can put this up here. I cannot even listen to it without crying. And like I said, Daddy was with me through a lot of things. But and this is the brown rice. And what I'm gonna do is just put a little in here in a wrap with some shrimp and some, see, some green onions that have been on the grill, and then I'm gonna put a little hoisin on it, and that's gonna be good. So you know, like I was saying, I was a teen mom, and I can remember to this day what I had on. And everything when my dad found out that I was pregnant. But you know what my dad said? You're still my baby, I love you. Because someone else meant for me to fail. Never let me down. One human being that has never let me down. My daddy. I want to tell you something about being a teen mom. Or about a teen mom. This past Sunday, excuse me, at church, they're doing Black History Facts. So in the program, they had someone representing Black history, and it was, you all know it was someone before Rosa Parks. They sat on the bus. But because, and I found this out like in my early 20s. I didn't find this out until in my early 20s that there was actually someone else who sat on that bus before Rosa Parks. And her name was Claudette Colvin. And she was a 15-year-old pregnant mother who refused to get off that bus. But because she wasn't a good representation for the history books. They put Rosa Parks in there. You sometimes people would discriminate against teen moms. That ain't cool. And instead of trying to help them. Let me tell you something. When I was pregnant, I remember, when I was 15 and pregnant, and you know, back then the aldermen and stuff would come to your house, come to your neighborhood, be friends with your parents, your mom, or whatever, because they're always running for office. I'll never ever forget, I was pregnant, I was out there too, and this alderman had came by, and before he left, he was like, well, you know, I usually give out $10 to soon-to-be moms, but you a teenager. Little did he know, I didn't want his money anyway. Whether it was $10, $10,000, I didn't want anything from him anyway. But the mere fact, the audacity of him to, you know, treat me that way. You don't know anything else about me, but the audacity of you to you know, treat me that way. I'm a human being just like you. That was kind of foul. But it's okay. It's a life, you know, lesson learned. Lesson learned. So, there was a person, my dad, I used to be able to tell him just pretty much everything. And, like some of you with your dad. You ever see that, I'm not subscribed to this channel, but I watch his clips, Chris and Pops. Chris and Pops. Chris is the son, and him and his Pops, I think they live in the same house. But man, I tell you, it's like he be talking to his brother, but his Pops get on him. It's real cool. Just to see their relationship, you know. You know, my first tour in Okinawa was in 1981, and y'all know we used to be at the USO, on those phones at the USO and stuff back home. My dad was pretty quiet guy. And so when I get ready to hang up, I used to always say I love you. And I used to be like, you ain't gonna say you love me back? Because he'd just be like, So, but it was over there that I got him to finally say, one day I was getting ready to hang up and I said I love you, because he would always tell me to be sweet. After the phone call, be sweet. You know. Of course. So when he tell me that, So he finally said, "I love you." I was like, yes. Speaking of the USO, y'all remember the USO used to have these log books. So they had log books of when you go in, you log in, and so they had log books from people from all walks of life. I always thought that was a neat thing that they did. I'm gonna warm this one up a little bit more. Take the paper, take the. But yeah, if you want to stay away from that bread, you know, try to do stuff in wraps, in lettuce wraps, and the Chinese wrap here, thing like this, or, you know, and that way you don't have all that bread. But some people love bread. But bread will make you feel like you know, all stuff. But like I said, thanks to lovely Mimi, like several months ago, she really made me like, you know, get more back into eating like this. Even though I always ate pretty much healthy, but without the bread, so much breads and stuff, because I always like noodles. Yep, every portion of my life, he was there. In the waiting room when I was giving birth. At my graduation. Yes, it was. At my graduation, everything. He was the first to know that I was going into the Marine Corps. Because my daddy, he definitely knew how to keep a secret. You know, they don't need to share it with nobody. And I mean nobody. Yes, come mama. Or you could do this with noodles too. Stuff them with, put them in the lettuce wraps and stuff. Oh yeah. Again, don't forget to wear red. I'm gonna try to wear red, and every time I do a video for the month of February. So what I did with that's a Chinese cabbage, and I got that brown rice in there, some grilled green onion, and one of the sausages. And what's next? Some hoisin. There we go. Some hoisin. And just the dab. Some people may want to put what you call the spice, the red. I got some of that too. They may want to use that, but whatever you like. You can have whatever you like. So the weather is so nasty, you all. I think I'm going to do a Netflix day, Netflix and chill day. But I'm also going to do a not today, but probably tomorrow. Do it. The ASMR. Why y'all didn't tell me I'm dropping food? It's going into a wrap. It's going into a wrap. It's like I'm going to be wrapping this up in a few. There we go. Yes. Come to mama. Yes. Let's put you on the sideline. On the sideline. You know, another childhood memory that I used to do with my dad is to watch Julia. My dad was in love with some Diane Carroll. You know, Julia was a nurse back then, and that was in the 70s, that sitcom. And it comes on now. I was just watching it a couple of weeks ago, y'all. But watch Julia, that was our show every Tuesday. You know, Julia was a nurse, a single mom, and her son, Corey. It was her and her son, Corey, little boy. And he was something, he's always getting into something. Then he has a best friend. And together, they're always into something. And so we would watch that on Tuesdays. And you know what else still comes on that we watch? Rifleman. Y'all remember Rifleman? Oh my gosh. Rifleman. He was bad with that rifle, wasn't he? Rifleman and his son. Rifleman was a widower. And he was almost like the sheriff, but he wasn't the sheriff. But somebody always was trying him. You know, speaking of those different movies, like shows, I didn't even know Green Hornet. It was years before I knew that Kato was actually the. Bruce Lee was actually Kato and the Green Hornet. I know some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but that's okay. Ask your parents. Ask your parents what I'm talking about. They know. They know. But I know it's somebody, I know some of y'all missing y'all dads too. I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. You know, when you lose someone, or when someone passes away, let me say that because you ain't lost, and they, you know, losing someone is like lost and found. But when you, when a parent, or a loved one, I should say, when a loved one passes away, everybody, I want the world to stop. When my daddy died, don't they know my daddy died? Everybody just needs to stop, you know? But I know that that's not realistic, you know, but yeah, I know that's not realistic. So I go on with the memories, with the memories that I know that my dad was always there for me, that he loved me unconditionally, which was the main thing, you know, that, you know, just like I said, the memories of him being with me throughout, you know, as far as he could, you know, until his passing. loving me unconditionally, to listen, to allowing me to, for him to sit there patiently while I read stories to him. Even watching TV shows, knowing our TV shows, and knowing his favorite little snacks. His favorite little snacks was a nice orange is popcorn. He loved popcorn, and doggone ice cold water. Y'all old schoolers back in the day when your daddy drank that water, he'll drink it. It ain't gonna be with a straw. He'll drink it. And, Lord, So he loved water, but this is, like I said, this video is to all of you all, to others who are missing their dads, and letting you know why dads are important. They are important. Yeah, just thinking about, I think about not Diana Ross, but his favorite songs, knowing some of his favorite shows, TV shows. I knew that he loved Shirley Caesar, The Mighty Clouds of Joy, and he loved the Lord as well. That was a priority. My daddy loved the Lord. And I tell you, you know what, beautiful people? Let me tell you something. So, beautiful people. That's y'all. Beautiful people. Why do girls need their dad? I'll tell you why. So that they can have someone to love them unconditionally. Not just love them, but to love them unconditionally. To show them their worth. To show them their worth. Mm-hmm. And to also guide them with their wisdom. Guide them with their wisdom. But overall, girls need their dads. I didn't say women. Girls need their dads to love them, to protect them, to honor and to guide them. Okay? So that they can have, or so that they may have memories that will last them a lifetime. A quote was given at church one Sunday, and it said on the back of the program, you get a program every Sunday, and there's a quote in there as well. And it said to find God's purpose for your life. To find God's purpose for your life and live. Miss it and live dying. Yep. Like I said, I hope this wasn't a boring video. And I know that's my dad. But for those, and that's how I feel about them. You know that thing about it, they ain't important, it ain't, but they're important. Whatever. I'll tell somebody in a minute, they ain't important to me as they are to you. But this video is for someone out there who's feeling the same way that I'm feeling. Look at it as a celebration video. One thing I do have to open though is this. Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? So anyway, oh, excuse me. So anyway, like I said, you know, I always told you what, you know, why it's important that I think it's important for girls to have their dads, you know. But I also understand that it's life. It's not always like that. But I want to leave you again with what I said earlier about find God's purpose for your life and live. Miss it and live dying. So please look for my I saw a challenge. Y'all know I like doing challenges. So I saw a challenge by y'all know I have to make sure that I also credit the person to or persons. I saw it with Sin and Mo, and they said that they got it from Trey and Nene. And I've seen their channels, Trey and Nene's channel before. Nice couple. Yeah, even from the screen, it's like a nice couple. But anyway, but this challenge coming up that I'm going to do, I'm going to be doing that challenge with my vocal coach. Yeah, y'all, I started vocal lessons. Like I said, I used to be able to sing a little bit, you know, not like Patti LaBelle, but I can carry a tune, but I'm working on it. I've had my fourth lesson. I've had my fourth lesson, so and again, I say, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Again, I say that it's not a sad video or anything like that. It's just because I miss my dad and he, you know, has passed. It's more of a homage to say, hey, to all you dads out there, to all you daddies, you papas, you poppies, you fathers. I'm saying that I appreciate you. I know, and and I can appreciate it because I can appreciate you because I was blessed to be able to experience a good relationship with my father. And I know what that meant to me even as an adult. So I get it. I get it. I do. Oh, the challenge. The challenge is titled, I have 15 problems, but this chicken isn't one. So the object of the challenge is, to, if you're doing it by yourself, say you're doing it with two people, you all are eating chicken. So while one person starts eating, the other person is going to say like what problem they have, and then they're going to say, I have 15 problems, but this chicken ain't one. Again, I saw that challenge with Scent and Mo, and they said that Trey and Nene actually developed the challenge. So, and it seems like fun. Cherry tomatoes, y'all. Oop, I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. Let's warm you back up a little bit. And please look for my ASMR that's coming up, my candied strawberries for my ASMR. One thing before I go. Yes, my love. Yes. One thing before I go, what I would like to do is this one. Have that up. Swiss Miss also has the dessert. They had the holiday edition of the dessert. And what they have in here is chocolate caramel pecan clusters, chocolate covered, what else? Okay, chocolate covered sandwich cookies. Ooh, wow. And chocolate dipped marshmallows treats. Okay. So let's see here. Let's open this up and see what's going on. There we go. Okay. It's got the chocolate trio, Hickory Farms. Wow. I think I want to try, since I pretty much know what the turtles, that's kind of what it is. I want to try this right here. And this is the something, something, something. Oh, this seems crunchy. Maybe this is ASMR worthy or something. I don't know. I think these are the cookies too. are like the turtle, or with the pecan clusters. So this is what is in the holiday pack. So anyway, like I said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. And again, it wasn't meant to be a sad or dreary video. It's just to remind you dads out there to just keep up the good work, and actually to praise you all and thank you all, the ones that's out there. Thank you for being good dads. And if your children, thank you for being good dads. From me to you, okay? And don't forget to check out my video coming up that I'm going to do, which is the challenge. I have 15 problems, but this chicken isn't one. And again, that challenge is courtesy of Sin and Mo, Trey and Nene, okay? So, with that said, don't you just love the veggies? I just love the veggies. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead get out of here, and I wish you all a very blessed day. Yes, yes, yes. Loyalty, got loyalty. My DNA. I hope y'all can see that. I'm not going to go through all of them. We're red for the month of February. Heart Health Month. Support the fight in heart disease.